So here's a sticky problem, isn't it? We have to try to somehow get this x all by itself. That is our goal. So I'm going to write my goal down here on the bottom. I want to know what 1x equals. Right now I only know what x divided by 2 plus 4 equals. It equals 10. But I want to know what x equals all by itself. How would I do this problem? Well, I'm going to first cover up some distracting things. And I want to work here first. I don't want to work with this x part yet, so I'm going to cover it. And I know that when I have a plus 4, I can get rid of that 4 or undo it with inverse operations, the opposite or inverse of plus is minus. So I do minus 4 on both sides. Plus 4 minus 4, goodbye. That equals 0. 10 take away 4 is 6. Now I'm going to go look underneath that scary red block. This means x divided by 2. X divided by 2. I'm going to rewrite that next to my 6 because I didn't do anything with that yet. Now I know that when you have an x and you divide it by 2, you get 6. How can I undo this? How do I undo division? I multiply. I have to multiply by this number down here. So 2 times whatever this is going to undo that. Notice how I crossed out a cross? And if I multiply by 2 on the left, I have to multiply by 2 on the right. 6 times 2 right here is 12. And just trust me on this one. I know some of you guys are looking at me and saying, why did you diagonally cross out? Well, if I have a fraction times a fraction, I can reduce across. So trust me on this one. If you don't quite understand what this is, that's okay. Now I only have x left on this side, so x is 12. We did it. And if you guys are fine with how that problem went, you can stop this recording. But if you want an easier way to try and look at these problems, this might help you a little bit more. Okay, watch this. I'm going to do the same thing. I don't want to work with this thing underneath here yet. I am going to subtract 4 from both sides. 10 take away 4 is 6. A plus 4 and a minus 4 cancel out. Now I'm going to look underneath this, and I know that a fraction means divide. X divided by 2. I am going to write that like a division problem. X divided by 2. Make sure you have it in the right order. X divided by 2. X divided by 2. And now I can see I can multiply both sides by 2. Notice how I go back and forth. Sometimes I use a dot for multiply. Sometimes I use the x. This makes it a little hairy if I have too many x's. These cross out. In fact, let me make this a big dot to show multiplication. Either one means multiply, a dot or an x. This crosses out. Divide by 2, multiply 2. They're out. 6 times 2 is 12. And again, I have the problem completed. 1x equals 12.